In this video, I am going to do a flip through of the Good and the Beautiful's pre-K course set. We'll go through the course book. We'll look at the unboxing portion of the activity packet, as well as the letter flip books. And then I will show you the prepped activity packet and flip books at the end. Okay, let's jump into the course book first. This course covers letters and sounds, vowels, numbers, colors, motor skills, sorting, matching, and rhyming. About this course, the preschool years are an important time for modeling a child's attitude and perspective toward learning. Little children's hearts and minds are most impressionable during this stage. Your example of enthusiasm and effort, as well as the way you teach in an uplifting manner, can help mold these precious minds and hearts towards the love of learning and desire for all things good and beautiful in life. At what age should I start my child with a pre-K course? If your child can count to 5 and recognize pictures of and say the word apple, monkey, alligator, garbage can, elephant, and dinosaur, they are ready for the course. Most children will be ready to start the course at age 3 or 4. If your child is 5 years old but does not know the names and sounds of all the letters, it is suggested you either do the entire pre-K course or simply use the letter flipbook charts to help your child master the letter names and sounds before beginning level K course. This I fully agree with. If your child hasn't mastered their letter sounds and letter recognition, the pre-K course is super helpful for that, and it's fun and engaging and they love it. When should I start my child with the Level K Primer course? Your child is ready to begin Level K Primer once he or she has completed this pre-K course and has acquired the following skills: sings most of the alphabet with or without the help of a parent, knows the majority of the letters and their sounds but has not mastered all of them, counts to 10, and knows the basic shapes and colors. So if your child doesn't know the letters or sounds at all, I recommend you start with pre-K. Items to always have on hand. Extra items needed per lesson. Should I do 1 lesson a day? The number of lessons completed and the time spent with the child each day depends completely on the child. Most 3 to 4-year-old children should be able to focus for 10 to 30 minutes, especially since the course includes many games and different methods of learning. Our suggestion is that you watch your child's cues and not push the child too far. Make learning enjoyable and do not move too fast through the material. So focus more on time rather than lessons. You'll start using the flipbook in lesson 7. And the lessons will instruct you on how to use them. A recording of the Vowel song is written by Jenny Phillips and available as a free download on thegoodandthebeautiful.com. Unit 1. So here's where it tells you what items you'll need, and then it gives you the instructions in blue and what to read. Cutting practice. Items needed. I really like the way they teach B and D, that B starts with bat and D starts with donut. And they reiterate this over and over and over again because this is such a hard distinction for many children to differentiate. So this will be covered here in pre-K, level K primer, primer supplement, and level 1 even will also include this to help fully solidify B and D. So don't stress out if your child does not master B and D before pre-K is done. They will have plenty of time to master it. Here's a little game they're going to do. They're going to point to the cupcake and say the letter and name, and then follow the path. Here's a cotton ball gluing activity, which all kids love. Cotton swab dots, that's really fun, using a Q-tip and paint, and they're gonna put the number of dots to match the number. These are actually from a previous pre-K course set that I had with my first kiddo that did pre-K with the Good and the Beautiful. And at that time, the course book opened up. This one opened sideways, which I much prefer. I love that change to it. And so the colors may be slightly different on these items. They're just a slightly lighter. They're more pastel-like, and these were a little more vibrant. That's the only difference. The rest of it is all the same. It's all the same pictures, all the same everything, just slightly different colors. So the first item in here is Feed the Elephant. Cut out around the edge, cut a slit in the elephant's little trunk, and then these little peanuts, they take the letter, they pick it up, and then they just feed it to the elephant. The letter cube you just cut out and glue together, and then you store it like this. So I suggest you store it somewhere where it will stay safe and not get trampled on. Mouse house is pretty simple. I just squared it off. I used my straight edge cutter and just squared off all of the houses, and then I cut out around the mouse. Hide and seek pets is exactly like mouse house. So this time, rather than squaring it off, I just kind of bordered all of the pieces, cut out the animals, and then stuck them in a baggie. So with Swat the Fly, I just took my straight edge, trimmed it down just right to where it needed it, and then I stored them in a quart bag. Number slider. In the gallon bag, I had Feed the Elephant and the number slider because the number slider just fits right in there perfectly. You just cut out the circle and the slider and put them together. And last we have the letter memory game. That's just all of the cards. And these are not perforated, so I just used my straight edge cutter and cut on the lines, and then I stored them in a snack bag. So here's the flip books. As you can see, they're curving a little bit. That's just from love and use of a child. The way these work is you cut on all of the lines, and then the child needs to match up the capital letter with the lowercase letter and the picture. So they need to go through and find the D for dog, and then they need to find the lowercase d. And see, they're not in the exact same spot. This is the last flip, and this is the third one up. So I like that they're the same color, and often the child that I had using this would try and find the color that matched on the picture for the letter, but it still helped with recognition. The way I store them is just in that same IKEA bag. I just slide them right in, and then I slide in the book right at the back. That's how the entire set just stores together so perfectly, and then you just kind of grab this each day and work with it, and then when you see that you're going to need the cube, go grab the cube off the shelf or wherever you stored it to keep it safe. And it's as simple as that. One tip I will say with your lesson, just to kind of make it even quicker, rather than closing the book, just leave it open to the next lesson of where you're at, and then I even will turn the bag around and put the lesson like this, so that when I pick up the bag, I know what other items I'm going to need to grab. So I'll know I need to grab the cube, or I need to grab crayons, paint, paintbrush, and blank white paper when I'm grabbing this bag to go sit down with my child. It just makes it a little quicker and easier. Well, friends, there's a look at the Good and the Beautiful's pre-K course set. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to subscribe. On this channel, we talk about all things family, and that includes home life, food, and homeschooling. So if any of that interests you, please stick around and check out my other videos. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.